welcome to Skroob. Sorry it's been so long. We've been super busy.
We have been, but we do have more stuff on the way. And we did have to, recap E3 at some point, because we did all that speculation that I don't think panned out for the most part.
No, none of it did.
None of it did.
Absolutely nothing. But it was still, I still felt like it was like one of the stronger E3s from these past years. Even without Sony being there. Sony is usually like, blockbuster, 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 but without it, like more games got like time to shine.
I suppose, yeah. To me, this one felt like quantity over quality a lot of the time, but there are still plenty of like quality games that were announced and are coming out. I mean, some of them I'm a bit skeptical on, like the Contra game, the Rogue.
Oh yeah, the Contra game looked. At first, I'm like, "Is this Contra?" And then it was, and I'm like, this looks like a PS2 game."
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I'm with that.
And speaking of like the older games getting reboots, you have Battletoads looking really weak, in my opinion.
Oh my god, it looks so shitty. I'm like, last E3 they're like, Battletoads. I'm like, yes! And now they showed it this E3, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
It's literally just mobile Streets of Rage 4 with the same exact, like, cartoon style and everything.
No, it's not even the... Streets of Rage 4 is fucking far superior in art direction. Battletoads is bullshit.
Yeah. I mean... God, even the proportions of the actual toads themselves.
I know.
They have these giant arms, and then their legs. They skip leg day for about, like, their entire life.
I don't know. And
their entire life.
The main antagonist, the woman, they went full, like... sometimes full clothes are alright.
Yeah.
Fully clothed things. If it's like nice and it's a nice design.
Yeah, if it's well designed. It's not
a well designed. She just looks like M. Bison without being cool.
She looks like M. Bison.
She does!
She does!
M. Bison looks fucking cool because of his color scheme, but she looks so bland. It's like, oh, I got hair, one gray streak, and my outfit's purple.
Generic bag.
I'm a Kim Possible villain.
I'm gonna sit in the chair, spin around, and be petting a cat in my lap. Kind of villain, yeah.
Like, and it was a good 5, like a 60-second teaser.
Yeah.
It didn't show too much, and what they showed was really
garbage.
Weak.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, and even the trailer, as far as I know, on YouTube got bombed. I think it was
Of course it did.
It was 1,000 likes to 10,000 or so dislikes. It was ridiculous. It was like a
when they're like 2.5D, I'm like, cool. Is it gonna be like straight up animated, or are we going to get 3D models? And then went for the straight up animated, which I like. I like the straight up animated aspect.
I wanted 3D models because I think it would have been better.
Yeah, 3D models.
I think they would have been translated better, especially.
I'm just a fan of like the just painstaking hand animating frame by frame for video games.
Yeah, but you won't really get that from here because they didn't. I don't even know what the studio they have working on it, but it's clearly not a priority project.
Yeah.
It was something they were just hoping to make money off.
It looks like a mobile game.
Yeah, it really does.
It looks like Commander Keen.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Bethesda E3.
Yeah, that bombed. So
that bombed. But woo! Yeah!
Well, oh my God, that's where that guy was paid. It was definitely an in-staff, dude.
Everyone in the front row was a plant. Guarantee you.
They stood up. They stood up when people were on stage. You're at a press conference. You're not at a fucking concert. What are you doing?
They tried to get people to do a standing ovation in the beginning. Nothing was even shown yet. Just some guy from ESO.
And the whole like, I like Bethesda games because blah, 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 blah. We're gamers too, blah, blah, blah. We know! We're watching E3 because we're gamers. We don't need to know you're for the gamers.
They were padding out their runtime because they had nothing to show.
It's also because, like, basically they want people to get on their good side, like, oh yeah, the real people play Bethesda games.
Yeah,
not just drones, even though everyone who was shown was a fucking drone.
Yeah, not just paid actors, even though we just paid all these actors to cheer and
I don't think they were paid actors, they were just Bethesda drones.
I don't know,
Bethesda
man.
drones, because I know Bethesda drones. They have they have the Bethesda stare. Instead of the fluoride stare, it's just the Bethesda stare.
I'm like, well,
I love Skyrim. I poured tons of hours in Fallout 4. I love that game. It's cool. It's more power to you if you like a game, but like, don't be mindless. Like, I like Kingdom Hearts, but I'm not a mindless Kingdom Hearts fan. I will not blindly praise anything that Nomura fucking gives me.
Most people ended up playing like those games and enjoying them not because of the actual games themselves, but because of the mods and the mod potential for those games. their own game was outshined by the community.
I will say the writing in Bethesda games are decent. I'm not gonna say they're good. I'm not gonna say they're good.
Okay, I'll get decent. Separating decent from good, I'll take that.
Most people go on these adventures, and usually the good writing is in the side quests that no one fucking does.
Yeah, that's right. Like the most obscure side quest. Okay, I mean, well, for Skyrim, I feel like a lot of the really well written
it's in the books.
Side quests.
Oh well, yeah, they're in the side quests and in the book.
They got their spotlight, like the Sheogorath side quest. The Sanguine Rose. Actually, most of the best side quests in Skyrim are all the Daedra stuff. Like, constantly. But we're getting, like, way off topic now. But
anyways, our point was Bethesda was a dud.
It was a dud.
Even the
there
Doom
was a
portion
highlight.
was like...
Yeah, it was kind of... don't get me wrong, I'm really excited for Eternal. And I like the arcadey feel they're going for. It's crossing too much into Quake Champions territory for me now. I like it. I do, but I don't want to, like, feel like I'm buying that same game, but just with demons now.
But Quake Champions is, like, it doesn't have a campaign.
It doesn't have a campaign, but...
It's other people, but this is straight up arcade fucking action where you're shooting demons in the fucking face.
But you know what got me about it? The battle mode, when players actually
get the control. No one gives a shit about that!
No one gives a shit about people being able to control the fucking demons?
I mean, people were hyped, but no one is gonna play Doom Eternal for that portion.
I'm gonna play it for that. Well, I'm not gonna play just for that. I'm gonna play
that's what I'm saying. You're not playing Doom Eternal exclusively for that portion. That was a cool portion.
I mean, why would you play
Doom
Eternal exclusively for anything? Like, you don't play it exclusively for the single player. Don't play it exclusively for the multiplayer. Both of those halves are really good in their own right. And I feel like that's the problem. Like the original Doom, well, not the original, the 2016 Doom. The multiplayer community fell off really, really quickly.
That's because that's because Quake Champions is out.
Yeah, I guess so, but
you don't need a Doom multiplayer like that. Like this is a good step forward.
This is
it was a good step forward multiplayer wise. I'm not sure if that's the only multiplayer mode they have or if they're bringing in the classic. No,
they had a bunch of modes. Okay, and it was actually really well fleshed out. I thought it was really good, but it did not last. And I think the other thing is, you kind of got... I think there were certain unlocks that you leveled up that just made you way better than people who were just starting out, and I think that kind of spiked it to work on balancing, yeah.
Like, I don't think of, like, a level progression system when I think of, like, Doom multiplayer.
Yeah, Doom, yeah. But it's like, no, they wanted to do the same shit like early Call of Duties did, because they're like, oh, let's go for that, because people like that.
That's probably why it fell off so fast.
Yeah, most likely. But the thing is, I guess it's just because it's not Call of Duty that couldn't work, because Call of Duty
is a brand name.
Exactly. They did that style for so long, and I know people... Oh, I don't know them personally, because I don't think I'd really want to be friends with them, but people who have, like, Prestige 10 and up in those games...
I know tons of those people. One of my friends is one of those people.
The demographic,
I can't play Call of Duty for that long.
The demographic of those people for me are people like living in trailers and vaping constantly while they play. It's just like my
playing their JTAG Xboxes.
Yeah, their JTAG. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, that's what I see. I just see people who go to fucking like hookah lounges and shit. That's the kind of people I see still playing the older Call of Duties to this day. But I mean, yeah.
Moving from Doom,
Fallout...
Ghostwire was
I was interested in Ghostwire. I
was very interested. I wish they spent more time on that.
Ikumi Nakamura,
more time on that. She's a gem.
She is really...
Her designs are fucking great, and I'm glad she's directing.
Yes.
I have faith in her.
Yeah, this is her... for those of you who don't know, Ghostwire is a new survival horror game coming out. Shinji Mikami's working on it. He's the dude who did Resident Evil games. Obviously, everyone knows
Resident Evil
that.
And recently Evil Within.
And Evil Within. But this game, the creative director is not Shinji. It's actually this girl named Ikumi Nakamura. And it's not like she has no experience. Previously, she was an artist on both the Evil Within and Okami and Bayonetta. So... she definitely is
I really wish they spent more time. They spent
no time.
They're just like, we're announcing this. Goodbye.
Yeah. Like, we gotta pad out our announcements with stuff that isn't directly in line with Bethesda. But now it's Bethesda time, but we're not gonna actually show you any of the main titles people want to see, like Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield.
They said they weren't far in development, so I knew they weren't going to be there this year. I know people are mad, but they told you. They straight up told you last year. They're not that far in development.
I don't get it. Why can't people do what Nintendo did, where they show just even, like, something cinematic, like, get people hyped, and then, like, announce the game, like how they announced the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You know? Why can't they just do that?
Because they did that last year. And you know, with
Metroid Prime 4, they did the
I'm not talking about Nintendo. Bullshit. I'm just talking about Bethesda. They did both Starfield and
they just showed title cards.
They just showed title cards, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
I'm not,
because
I don't want it.
you're just gonna get more people mad if you show something like a cinematic, and then they're just gonna be like, "When is this coming out?" And there's just like no time soon, and then you're still gonna be in that situation of why
are people mad about the sequel to Breath of the Wild that we have no date for?
No, they're not, because that's different. Because Nintendo. You gotta think of the demographics. Nintendo fans sometimes can wait patiently. No, they can't, because there was an outcry for fucking Animal Crossing.
Yeah, they can.
So they can't wait patiently. And I've seen people just...
And the entire internet is ablaze with this whole Sword and Shield fiasco not having a national dex. And I still agree with it. It's stupid that they don't have a national dex.
It is, but like... You're putting in such little work. Well, we'll get to that. We
will get to that. We're still on. We can't. Bethesda's so boring that we keep going to Nintendo.
We're gonna wrap this up real quick then. Well, Bethesda sucks.
Yes,
it was jerking up. It was. If you're a Bethesda fan, you'd probably like it. It was jerking you off basically the whole entire time.
Yes, and then Fallout 76. They're like, hey, so we're sorry, but we're not sorry. Spend more money in game, and also we have a battle royale mode now.
We have battle royale, and we're adding NPCs, and that got a standing ovation for some odd fucking reason.
Maybe it's because people who play Bethesda games are NPCs, and they're like, we're getting representation, yeah.
It was too easy of a joke.
It was, but it was good.
Way too easy.
But it was good. So
that's fucking it for Bethesda. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of talking with them. We're spending too much time on them that they didn't do on themselves.
EA Play. Let's get that shit out of the way.
Shut up. We're not talking about EA. Fucking nothing happened. Literally
Jedi Fallen Order was the only thing, and
there's no dismemberment, so we're not even talking about it.
I mean, there's no dismemberment, and it looks really generic. The combat looks really shitty, and it seems like you're going to be overpowered for the majority of the game.
I'm tired of these games going... I'm tired of this Star Wars lore just keep going backwards.
Yeah.
We need something to move. I know they're waiting for Episode 8 to get out of the way so we can move on to the next generation, but I'm tired... You can still have stories, like, fucking, for all intents and purposes,
I don't even like the way Disney handled any of this.
It's mostly... Well, Disney put restrictions on them for Fallen Order.
Well, for the games, I mean the movies, too.
I like the movies.
I do not. And
I'm perfectly fine with those movies.
I think George Lucas's wife carried the entire original trilogy, and then once she was out of the picture with development for the prequels and shit, and it was George Lucas's vision... fell the fuck off, and it only fell off worse when Disney took over.
It's not worse. It's not worse than the prequels.
I prefer the prequels.
Fucking idiot! I'm sorry. I cannot argue with people about this.
You know why I prefer the prequels?
Why?
Because there was overall more creativity in the worlds and designs of the fucking characters.
I will give you that. But there was no story.
Yes. I'd rather take no story and just creative designs and a generally fun time than a fucking slogfest that focuses on a narrative that's really weak to me.
I cannot agree, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the fucking movies, because I will get into a heated discussion. I will probably launch across this room and punch you in the face after this, because that's how heated Star Wars discussions get. And I'm not even that big of a Star Wars fan.
I'm not a fan of it at all anymore.
I hate bitching about it. But yeah, there's tons of restrictions on this game. And just EA handling it is just...
Yeah. Okay, we're done with that. Anthem was a fucking disgrace, but we're done with that.
I didn't even know Anthem was shown. I didn't even watch
Anthem. They had this guy. They brought this guy out. He talked about it. Everyone around him, because he was like in the crowd. Everyone around him, just visible confusion and like disdain. And so,
fuck EA.
Fuck EA. We're on
Ubisoft.
Microsoft. Was it Microsoft first or Ubisoft?
Ubisoft was afterwards.
Let's just do fucking Ubisoft anyway. Dance Dance 2020 on the Wii. I'm so hyped.
It's for hospitals.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, they do a dance game where it's not.
And they always do this big dance routine in concert. I don't understand. No one wants it.
No one wants it, but we always get it. And a lot of Tom Clancy games, I think 2 or 3, they showed off.
I only remember Ghost, whatever.
They're doing Breakpoint, which looked interesting from sponsored YouTuber gameplay I've seen, but that's like interesting for Ubisoft is like slightly mediocre.
They've been doing better.
They have. I'm okay. I really want to know what the hell the deal is with the Outbreak mode in Siege, or I don't know if they're making a full, like, I don't know if it's an expansion or they're making a full side game off it. I really want it because I need something to kind of fill the void that Call of Duty Zombies left in me with, like, you know, co-op zombie shooters like that. So I'm really excited, but I don't know, still don't know if it's a, you know, it's a standalone or an expansion.
Knowing Ubisoft and that,
here's the thing.
That game.
They had an Outbreak mode the previous year.
Yeah.
And it only lasted for the season. It was a timed limited event.
They're probably just bringing it back for a permanent thing, though.
It's different, though.
Yeah, you could still bring it back for a permanent thing.
I hope it's permanent, and I hope it's different. I don't want it to be timed anymore, because God,
shit in games is the worst.
It is the worst. I want it back, and I want it permanent, and I want it to be expanded upon. I think that's what they're doing.
I think that's the worst thing Overwatch has contributed to just anything. It's just timed game modes.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of those.
And most of them are fun, and they're like, oh man, I can fucking play this. I can actually play this game mode instead of the actual other games. And then they're just...
The most egregious part of that is League of Legends with Earth, their ultra rapid fire thing, where it's all the champions have unlimited cooldowns on their abilities, and it's like no cost for everything, so it's just constant. But the problem is Riot doesn't want to do it too much because people will actually will straight up quit the game as soon as that mode is gone. They're just done with it. And they're scared to bring it back because they just see people quit the game for months to years at a time as soon as that mode is gone after people play it.
And keep the mode. That's the only solution.
That's what I think it is, too.
That's the only solution.
I think so as well.
But back to Ubisoft.
The Gods and Monsters.
Gods and Monsters looks nice.
I'm not really interested.
I am.
I want to see gameplay.
Yeah, that is my first priority. You're right. I want to see gameplay.
I want to see gameplay. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be like, it's probably just gonna be like Link's Awakening, but worse. Like the remake.
Link's Awakening.
I love Link's Awakening, but I'm thinking like, okay, they're remaking it and it has a nice style to it, and if this game feels if Gods and Monsters feels uninspired, why am I gonna get it? Why don't I just play the remake of Link's Awakening?
I feel like Gods and Monsters is gonna be a little Breath of the Wildish, because that's what Ubisoft is.
Oh yeah, they're open world
central.
Yeah,
that's what they're now known for.
So it's gonna be Breath. Do they really think they can contend with Breath of the Wild though?
That's why they're probably gonna add a bunch of other stuff instead of just ripping off Breath of the Wild straight up.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with that. I'm fine with, as long as it's a fresh new take on open world. And maybe a little bit of Shadow of the Colossus, which I'd be fine with if it's just like a barren wasteland and you just go from monster to god to monster. I'm fine with that.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. And then what else did Ubisoft have? I don't think they really... Oh, Watch Dogs Legion.
Watch Dogs Legion.
They showed like a 12-minute... Oh, okay, they showed like a 12-minute gameplay, but you know the gimmick they're doing for it, right? The NPC bullshit. And they showed you can play as a grandma, and they have like animation support. Here's the thing. I'm really skeptical about it because, first off...
I'm skeptical in general, just because Watch Dogs is in the fucking title.
Yeah, well, E3 has, with their hard-hitting titles, they have a reputation for scripting things so heavily and also just making downgrades after the fact, so I don't trust that. And the other thing I don't trust is I don't trust that the system they have in place won't be more than the gimmick, because it's like, how are you supposed to cohesively write a decent narrative, which the game seems to be kind of relying on, is that snappy dialogue and shit that was in the trailer. How are you supposed to keep that up if you can play as literally any NPC? How are you supposed to map out characters like that?
I don't know, man. They'll probably have like a limit. Once you like beat a mission, you'll go back to your default model.
Okay. But the thing is, no, it doesn't work like that because there's permadeath.
There's permadeath for each character?
Yes. It's fully... You go from one NPC to the next.
That's...
That
is ambitious.
It is definitely...
That is fucking... I don't see that working in this day and age.
I don't see it working either, but it's very ambitious, and that was the selling point of it. You really gotta watch that gameplay.
I will. I'll watch it when I get home.
The animations too they showed, they were heavily inspired by John Wick. Like when you go to the melee stuff, it's not like generic anymore. She's like grabbing people by the arm, flipping them, and then shooting them in the head like fucking straight out of John Wick. I'm like, okay then. So I'm like, I'm on the fence, but I'm kind of interested. But that's really all there was for. Oh yeah, and then they're doing a Division movie, which is gonna suck ass. I heard about that. If video game the less fantasy and weird a video game is, the more it can be made into a movie. So depending on who they get for it, like the Division is like a real thing. It can be it'll be like it'll be easy to just adapt that. It'll be like it's gonna be forgettable as hell though. You already know that. And that's the thing. I just want like a decent 8 out of 10 video game movie, not a okay 5 or 6 out of 10. Was it really decent. Was it that good?
It was that good.
I never saw it.
I honestly didn't have many problems with it. Like it was, of course it was like a not that good of a movie, but as far as video game movies go, it's probably the best adaptation we got.
Okay, I see you with that. And then we also have, I think, moving on from Ubisoft, we can go to Microsoft now, which was...
Microsoft was
games.
When we told them we don't want fucking stupid movie and TV bullshit, they fucking listened.
Yeah, and then every other place did it.
Stop!
Because even Ubisoft, going back to it, because I forgot, they showed that the guy from Always Sunny making a TV series about MMORPG developers, and it looked really weak.
If it has the writers of Always Sunny, it'll do fine. But if it just has Charlie Day or someone from Always Sunny, it's not gonna do too well.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do too well because I don't think it has the writers.
But yeah, Microsoft was just
games.
I was at a lunch when I was watching it.
Oh man!
And I couldn't react to any of it. I didn't even have the volume up. I could barely react to anything. And I was just like, woo!
In your head, you were like, woo!
It was a good time. Microsoft. Fucking, they've earned my trust.
Yeah?
They've gotten back my trust.
Okay, you know what? I'm genuinely interested in the Scarlet.
Yes.
I might buy it
before the PS5.
No other reason than I'd own 2 products with Scarlet in the name.
I actually, depending on what PlayStation's launch lineup is, I might get a Scarlet first.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
PlayStation might just be PS4 games on PS5 and just like another launch game.
They're selling me on 2 things. 1, solid state drive.
Yes.
And 2, the AMD chip they're doing. Yes. So
this thing is fucking made to game.
Like if it's $300 to $400 and it's got a solid state drive, I'll buy 2 because I'll take the SSD out of the other one and put it in my computer because it'd be cheaper than getting one.
I'm really like, people are like, but Halo's just gonna come on PC. I'm like, yeah, but then I get like the added, like, I get to play with my old friends on Xbox again. Like, my friends have been like getting an Xbox One, getting an Xbox One. I'm like, I'll wait till
if they're so focused on games, maybe
it'll be a good generation if they're really focused on games.
You know, and since they actually acquired,
acquired so many studios.
And they like Tim Schafer and Psychonauts now. They
fire Tim Schafer though.
Yeah, fire him, but they might make Psychonauts 2 Xbox exclusive?
No. I don't. Not. I think Xbox... See, the way even when, like, Phil Spencer's, like, Phantasy Star, that's not going to be an exclusive. They actually actively talked to Sega, and they're like, so many people have been wanting this game, it shouldn't be an exclusive. So I think Xbox is trying to dead the whole exclusive thing. Which, honestly, I'm alright with. I'm starting to be more okay with just deading exclusive. If more people get to play more games... I'm perfectly fine with that.
I want more things to be cross-platform.
Yes. That should be the next step, the next logical step in just console gaming. Cross-platform gaming.
Cross-platform. I want to fuck on every console player on computer and vice versa.
No,
I want to fuck on every PC player.
You have too much advantage on PC. You have way too much advantage on PC for us to do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying for shooters, but shit like Rocket League where I use a controller.
Oh yeah, Rocket League is fine, but like fucking first person shooters is absolutely no.
No, I will fuck on literally everyone just because I have a mouse.
But they showed a lot of stuff, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah,
these 2 years have been great for Microsoft.
I mean, what was like the biggest shit? I mean, here's the thing. After the whole hour gameplay video of Cyberpunk, I'm like, okay, you know, they could show fucking cinematics now and be safe with it. I don't really care.
And they showed stuff behind closed doors, and we're getting another hour cinematic in August. Not a cinematic, but another hour gameplay in August.
I'm hyped. What else?
There were just a bunch of indie games, and I'm fine with that. I can't remember any of them.
I can't.
But they looked pretty good.
I mean, there's Gears 5.
The Deer one looks pretty cool.
There's Gears 5.
They didn't show really anything new on Gears 5. They didn't show any new gameplay on Gears 5, just cinematics.
And yeah, the highlight of it was Keanu Reeves, honestly.
Just knowing Cyberpunk is coming out literally next year.
Yeah.
Just that made the conference be. I'm obsessed with this game.
Yeah, I'm
going back and buying the fucking tabletop booklet soon. I'm literally obsessed.
I love how much detail Project Red puts into their stuff. Like, okay, the fact that they had Siri talking about the world of Cyberpunk in Witcher 3 was the first thing that ever got me hype on it. But it was so brief, and now like seeing all that like and where it is now and coming from that, it's just I am over the moon about that game. I am so excited. My expectations are really high, and I think they'll honestly be delivered for once. But yeah, Microsoft just came out with games the whole time, and nothing that really hit me super hard. But it was still a better conference overall. I mean, okay, Phantasy Star Online 2, definitely.
That was fucking... I was like,
okay, yeah, that was fucking dope. Yeah.
I was like, holy shit!
I'm excited to play that game with people, though.
My friend plays the Japanese version, and then he was just talking about it in high school. I'm like, I want to play this, and then now I finally get to fucking do it.
Yeah. It
is the only MMO I will probably actively pay for.
Yeah, isn't it free, though?
I believe so, as long as you just buy the game, and I believe it's free.
That's fucking...
I could be wrong.
I think that's what they said, though. They said free to play. So, yeah, I think it is free to play. I remember it's like a free to play model, I'm pretty sure. Which is way better. I'd never gotten into Final Fantasy 14 which has a DLC, but we'll get to that when we get to Square Enix. But monthly subscriptions for games turns me off. Because, like... It doesn't... I don't think I'll ever play a game.
No matter how good the game is, like Final Fantasy 14, for example, no matter how good it is, the subscription will always turn me off.
Yeah, because I don't think I'll ever be able to put in enough time that warrants $15 a month to pay for that shit. Especially when that money could be going to my yearly subscription of Adobe shit, which I need to do literally anything. So, you know, that's a thing. And... other news that we're moving on to...
Just go to Square Enix.
Yeah, let's go to Square Enix now. We might as well.
Fucking phenomenal
No,
there was only like one good thing.
They came out swinging in the beginning.
There was only one good... They should have saved Final Fantasy for last. They thought Avengers was going to be like their save all, and then once it was... even the people there...
Yeah.
Once it was shown off, everyone was just like...
It's Crystal Dynamics. They're not known for doing great shit on their own.
I like Crystal Dynamics. They're okay developers. They're not too like I'm not like not. I don't expect a Marvel game to follow the Crystal Dynamics formula. I'm saying I still don't expect them to be open world like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
No, like it's probably not gonna be. It's gonna be linear, but it's like how do they want to make it? They clearly want to make it a multiplayer live service game.
Yes, which I was very confused about.
That's disgusting to me.
I was very very confused about like how could you do this?
Yeah, it's so I have absolutely no hype whatsoever.
And there's no
game.
Hawkeye shown in that trailer. So I was like,
they spent like 10 minutes just talking about that fucking thing too, and it was such a slog.
The character designs look like porn remakes or just porn parodies of those characters.
Yeah, they do. Because they couldn't even get the likenesses of the movies.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with going new models, but the designs of the characters, they just look bad.
They're uninspired. They're really uninspired. That whole thing just is uninspired. It feels like a cash grab, the way they're setting up the live service dynamic. I'm so not at all caring about that game. But Final Fantasy VII Remake looks fucking amazing. So much in fact that I was trying to get the $300 something collector's edition.
I'm still kind of peeved it's being done in parts.
I am.
I get they want to get this game out to people, and that's been a bajillion years.
But someone told me about that. Like, think about it. They'll expand on Midgar and the people there.
That's the only upside to it.
Yeah, is like they're gonna expand on the characters in the world, and by the end of like getting to the actual,
it's gonna be 2 discs, so it's gonna be fucking huge.
Yeah, so you're gonna get way more emotionally invested than I think you were in the original, which is great. I think that's the most important part, because I think, really, what do you think people play Final Fantasy VII for? At least the original
story.
Exactly.
That's why anyone plays any Final Fantasy, really.
Yeah, exactly.
No one really plays it for the gameplay. Like, the gameplay has to be good. But no one's like, oh yeah, the gameplay in that was fantastic. I liked it more than the story. Everyone remembers the story in Final Fantasy games.
For the most part.
And Dragon Quest is the exact opposite, where we remember the gameplay and how good hardcore the gameplay is, while the story is just lukewarm.
Yep. I think that's kind of where the similar place the Tales series is in, although it kind of balances it a bit better.
Tales balances a lot better than either a lot better of those than franchises.
Yeah. Say that, yeah. But still, we have they're doing those remakes of the Secret of Mana games too,
yes,
right?
Which I'm buying.
I'm excited.
I've never played a Mana game.
I'm excited for that. And also,
is it available now?
No, it's coming. They just announced it. I'm not sure there's a release date with it. But there's also God, Tifa just looks like a fucking honestly.
I love Tifa.
Tifa's
They did
great.
a good job. People are mad because her breasts are fucking
the stuff I've seen on Twitter about people being mad, I'm just like, shut up, you fucking man children. Like, what?
She looks great.
She looks wonderful. I'm so glad.
Thigh highs.
Perfect, absolutely. But then Final Fantasy VIII getting a remaster.
Like, oh yes.
I mean, it looks choppy and similar, but I don't care because I just want to play Final Fantasy VIII so bad.
Because they lost the source code, and they're not trying to fully remake it.
Yeah. So they're remaking parts of it, and I'm just like, wow, good on them for actually finally doing that.
The models are up-res. Everything is up-res. I believe they're new models. They're not just straight up because they didn't have the source code, so they couldn't just copy and paste.
Yeah. They probably had some assets, but nothing fully done. But yeah, I think between Final Fantasy VII and that Final Fantasy VIII announcement, I think that's what made the Square conference for me.
Yes, definitely. And then the English Kingdom Hearts Remind trailer was fucking atrocious. Yeah. See, in the Japanese one, we got voices. We got Japanese voices in the Japanese trailer. We got nothing in the English trailer. Nothing but words.
It's because
text on the screen.
It's because music. I hate how Kingdom Hearts mixes their trailers. I've hated it for every time since E3 2016. I think it's stupid. I think it's so stupid to do it that way, and it's just jarring, and it doesn't add anything. It just detracts. But yeah, that was really it for Square Enix. I mean, they showed a bunch of mini announcements, but there was nothing that really stood out. So I think before we move on to Nintendo, I want to just cover what Devolver and what Sony did.
Devolver was pretty cool. Sony didn't do shit. What are you talking about?
Well, Death Stranding trailer.
Oh yeah, before, but that wasn't even an E3 thing.
It wasn't, but it was a week before. But I want to group it in there because I want an excuse to talk about Death Stranding. Come on, oh my god, that finally getting actual gameplay and stuff, and but not really knowing.
Glorious.
It does look amazing, and having the release be November. Did you expect that? I didn't expect it to be this year.
I knew it was going to be this year. I didn't expect November though.
What did you think?
I thought it was going to be late December. Early 2020, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't even think it was going to be this year. I am so impressed, and I'm just, the gameplay. Beating people with briefcases, man.
I know. There's definitely going to be a penalty for killing people, as always.
You think? Yeah.
There's going to be a penalty for killing people.
Yeah. I could see that, but, my god. Just the dialogue too from Norman Reedus is perfect because he's like, "You're the president of jack shit." I'm like, good.
Kojima knows how to like. He uses their typecasting to an advantage.
Yes, he knows how to use celebrities properly. I had people on my timeline complaining about them using celebrity likenesses as, as opposed to, they're okay with, having celebrity voice actors and actresses.
What's wrong with that?
But they're not.
There's nothing wrong with that.
They're not okay with the likenesses of those characters being in there because they feel like it ruins their immersion. But I'm like, you're stupid. You're dumb.
What do you think fucking mocap is?
Abel, I'm calling you out.
What do you think mocap is? What? Like,
yeah.
Like, Naughty Dog, of course, they edit the models, but their faces are always, like, intertwined in those models.
Mocap in Death Stranding is really good. I mean, you see Mads, it scratch his nose to, like, a super accurate degree. It's great. I love technology, but, oh, man, I am so excited for that game, and just seeing the blend of, like, the sneaking and the horror and the... Oh man, it's gonna be a nutty fucking experience.
It honestly is. I honestly can't wait for it. I put down $5 on it already.
That's good.
I need to put down more.
I am so hyped. Next up though is Devolver. I think Devolver
showed only like 2 good games, and one of them we already knew was coming out.
Yeah, My Friend Pedro. But the real highlight of Devolver is not actually the games.
I know.
It's always the narrative that they do every year, and it's just an evolving story at this point. And I'm so they left it off on a cliffhanger again, and I'm actually really excited for next year's. I don't know what it is, but Devolver just gets me with that stuff. They really do know how to fucking put on a show and tell a story. And they did a faux direct this time around, and it's like it's so good. They always know what the fuck is up, like what to call out with the industry too, and it's stuff that not even awesome. Yeah, and it's not even the fucking stuff that people whose job it is to poke at the industry, like Jim Sterling. It's people they don't even pick up on. So I think they're wonderful. But moving on from that, finally we have the winner of E3 by far, Nintendo. We want to start with the Smash reveals, right? Because that's what they started with. So we got the hero from Dragon Quest, which
Heroes. First we got fucking 4 of them.
Yep. I at first was, being a little bitch about it. Yeah, I was, but I came around to it after I looked into it. I'm like, yeah, they're well deserved. They sold way more than Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem has like 1 billion characters and shit, and they're super popular. And it's a long-running established series that rivals Final Fantasy. I can't say shit really. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick up 11.
I'm hopefully getting was it 8? That's 8? On the 3DS.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm playing 4 on an emulator currently. I just started that up, and I'm going to pick up 8 for the 3DS.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm very into it. Now, then we had Banjo.
Yo, Banjo, I flipped a
lot of people did. It's great to have Rare representation and the bridging the gap with Microsoft, which I really want Master Chief still, because I think
it might happen. Maybe next Smash.
Because I think
maybe this Smash, I'm not too sure.
I think now that we have Microsoft actually actively working with Nintendo on stuff now, I think Master Chief would have a really good kit. There's a lot of potential for it. He'd be a very different character, and we're talking about gaming icons. That's a fucking huge one. I think people are talking about Minecraft Steve and shit. No. Give me Master Chief and Doomslayer.
I still want little known franchises that no one really
Give me
buys.
Starfy. So, as an Echo Fighter for Kirby.
Starfy.
Starfy is an Echo Fighter for Kirby. Oh my god. That'd be stupid. But you said little known franchises,
other stuff was shown at Nintendo. Other good stuff like new Super Lucky Tail. I wanted to get it for the
At first I thought it was Conquer, and I'm like...
Yeah, way back, last E3 I thought it was Conquer, but I wanted to get it for PC, and then I'm like, I should just wait, and now that it's coming to Switch, I think I'll get it.
Yeah,
because I'm just a sucker for furry platformers because I'm a fucking little bitch.
Speaking of furries, Animal Crossing.
Yo, Animal Crossing coming next year on my birthday, which is fucking weird as shit. It looks like a big step up from the older games.
It does. It really looks great.
I'm not the biggest Animal Crossing fan. I will play them. I get bored of them very fast. I'm like, why? I could just do this shit in real life.
Yeah, that's how I feel a lot of it, because, like, I do. Unlike a lot of you.
Like, there's, like, introverts who, like, just... Yeah. I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling you out, because I used to be very introverted. I'm calling you out
the girls who don't do any yard work, though. I can call you out. I don't care.
It helps a lot of people, like, make friends.
It's relaxing.
It's relaxing for them.
Good outlet.
They can play it. I'm glad there's a game out for you like that. But, like, for me, there's got to be a lot more, but, like... Yeah. Now that there's an actual online feature and I can hang out with people that aren't in my state for a little bit, and we could just maybe go on Discord and just talk a little bit and do shit in Animal Crossing, just sit around, look at my fucking house that
it's also good for dates.
On. That's why.
It's also good for dates.
I told my significant other that, like, as soon as it said March 20th, I said we're going on E-dates now.
Yep, like it's perfect
we're
for
going
that.
on E-dates.
I think honestly the part I actually flipped my shit about was the fucking pole that allows you to jump over rivers. Because the biggest thing, because it's always random seeds in the worlds in previous games and probably this one as well. I got cut off by water sources all the time, and I'm like, I have to walk like all the way around to this one bridge in the fucking map.
Another good feature is that you can place the villagers anywhere you fucking want.
Yes, that's also really important. That is
my favorite.
Because they would always just huddle around my house.
I'm like,
give me room.
Are you doing?
Give me room. I want space.
Now you can just place them in a little village on their own while you're in the top corner of the fucking map.
I don't want to deal with you people. You could walk all the way here if you care about me that much. Just like, I'll have all my friends' houses in the same area. And all the fucking NPCs. Let the village go to shit. It's not like they pay for shit anyway. They don't ever pay for my construction project.
I hope that since it's a console game, we can have every villager that we've had before.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to do that. Unlike Game Freak. But I think they'll be able to actually do that. And, oh yeah, I'm generally just excited for it. But at the same time, I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time. Because I do all the yard work. I do that shit. I mow my lawn. I line trim. I leaves. I cut branches.
I'll probably do it once I'm, like, on a drive somewhere or on the train to the city.
Oh, yeah, it's like
or if I'm at Nintendo World and I'm like, you want to see my house? And you're like,
yeah. It's like, there's some gratification there, but, you know, games that hold my interest. I'm an action game player. Yeah. That's the stuff that holds my interest.
Action.
Yeah, I need, like, I wanna fuck on people.
If I want, if I want a life simulator, I'll either watch, like, a slice of life anime or play a visual novel.
Yeah, and I don't even do that stuff, so
yeah, I don't do that too often.
It's out of my way by a lot. But then, speaking of action, now we're getting to the good stuff. We got Astral Chain.
I'm still a bit iffy on it.
I am not. That game looks amazing. Iffy. I completely trust the people on it, especially the GAN dude and Hideki Kamiya. I feel like this game is gonna be great. It might not be like on par with, say, like Metal Gear Rising.
I'm not. No, that's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm not. I don't want like. I know it's gonna be a detective game for the most part.
Yeah.
But I don't want the action to just be like one-off battles in every mission. I want like. Maybe like a crowd. It looks like we've just been shown one-on-one battles, and I'm not all for that unless the detective work is really good and the story is just like phenomenal. I don't think I'd be invested.
So how do you feel? Are you keeping up with Judge Eyes then?
I'm getting Judge Eyes.
I am definitely getting Judge Eyes. I am excited.
Not at launch, but I'm getting it.
I'm getting it as well. Probably at launch, but yeah. I mean, Astral Chain looks really good to me. I think the story will be great. I think like. Having a really solid story with decent action gameplay, like, that's enough for me, honestly. I think I'm really excited. The art direction is absolutely stellar. And yeah, I'm just really excited for it. Then you have Daemon X Machina, which I still listen to the soundtrack that was released from the demo.
I played the demo, I didn't like it.
Oh. Yeah, why? What is that?
I don't remember. That's how much I didn't
Have you ever played mecha games like Armored Core or anything?
I played Armored Core as a kid.
Did you enjoy it as a kid?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Because it was a
Because
rental.
I think, like, from what I've seen, I didn't actually get to play the demo.
I'm gonna buy it.
Pretty excited.
I'm gonna buy it to give it, like,
excited.
because demos are... Sometimes they're not, like, the full experience of the game, and, like, later in the game, it's like, oh, man, this is the experience that I wanted from the game.
If you don't like it, I'll buy it off you.
Oh, you're not gonna fucking buy it?
Well, not right away.
You're saying you're not gonna buy it?
I might like it, but not right away, because there's too many games.
Well, I'm not buying it right away. I don't even fucking remember when it comes out. It comes out in August, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not buying it, because fucking shit comes out in September, right?
Because November
is all Death Stranding.
No, November
we got Death Stranding, we got Doom, and we got, like...
Sword and Shield.
I'm picking up Sword and Shield, because
I'm a fucking... Yeah, exactly.
I'm a fucking idiot.
I'm a
Even
fucking
though Game
idiot,
Freak's not
I'm gonna
putting
get
fucking work in this fucking game.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get it. But, like... Yeah, it's really... everything's a week apart. Sword and Shield on the 8th. The 15th, you have Doom Eternal. Then on the 22nd, or I might be mixing them up, but then on the 22nd...
No, yeah, 15th is Death Stranding, 22nd is Doom Eternal.
Yeah, okay, so I wasn't mixing them up. But yeah, that's literally week to week to week.
It's fucked.
It's very fucked this year. Then, okay, the other thing I was really excited for, but again, Daemon X Machina, I think the best thing to come out of it will be the soundtrack. I already listened to the files that they gave in mine, and oh my god, it sounds great. But, Cadence of Hyrule,
dropped the day of the Direct.
It dropped, and I still need to get it, but I've heard really good things.
I've seen Vinny play it.
Yeah?
It's really good.
Yeah, and I want to support Jewel, because the guitarist on it, because I love that dude. So
I want to support just Nintendo giving their IPs to anyone.
Yeah.
I want to support that practice.
That too. Speaking of giving IPs or using IPs, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games again.
I'm hyped for this one. This one looks like I haven't been hyped since the first game, really. But that's because there hasn't really been a good party game for the Switch.
Yeah.
Because Super Mario Party was a dud. Straight up dud.
Yeah, it was. And then we have what's the next one? Oh yeah, Super Mario Maker 2. I'm actually hyped for it.
I'm getting that day.
Because I think, or at least what I'm hoping, not what I think. What I'm hoping for is I am so ooh. Alright, when I was younger, I played the shit out of all the Little Big Planet games. Even 3, although 3 was crap, because they mishandled the community part so poorly. Oh, God. But 2, I'm at least like 3,000 hours into, and I was a Media Molecule picked creator twice. Like, I made decent stuff, and I'm hoping it recaptures that, especially now that they're actually adding online, and you can play randos, and they're adding like a ton of stuff. I mean, I'm hoping it fills that void that Little Big Planet. I'm
hoping it will.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping Sega will make a Sonic Maker, because.
Oh my god, dude! Get Whitehead on that. I think he'll do a better job than the team. But oh my god. Then there's also the sequel to Breath of the Wild. They showed a little cinematic. We talked about it briefly already, but I'm hyped.
I'm hyped, of course.
And I still haven't beaten it, but I'm working on it. I'm like 60 hours in now. I've gotten like 3 out of the 4 of the Divine Beasts. I'm almost done. I'm still taking my time doing all the shrines and like the side stuff and actually exploring. Like, I'm not trying to rush through.
Oh, you still go back.
Oh, okay.
You don't defeat Ganon, and like that's the end of the game. You can save right before you're in the room with Ganon, and you can still go back to all the other stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you can defeat Ganon if you want.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, so I might do that, but I still want to just, like, do the shrines and stuff. I'm enjoying them. And then we have Panzer Dragoon!
I was surprised.
I was so surprised.
I was like, whoa!
Coming out of nowhere. I'm actually really excited. I don't know
what they showed was a little too slow for me.
It was a little underwhelming, but honestly, like...
I'm sure, like, this is just early stuff.
So I'm still excited. And then Fire Emblem Three Houses actually looks really good. They were like, psych! Fuck your children, your waifu bullshit, and your class simulation bullshit. We time skipping this, and it's war. It's going fucking Path of Radiance in this bitch. And I'm just like, yes, I want it. Give me it. I like the character designs. I like the gameplay. I think so, and I want it, and I'm getting it day one.
I don't know if I can get that day one. I want it day one.
Getting it. getting it, because Echoes gave me a glimmer of hope on the 3DS.
I need to get Echoes.
It gave me a glimmer of hope, and I feel like they're just expanding on that now. And they've been listening to like the fan base that's more the core fan base that doesn't like the waifu shit. So we're getting back to form. And then, oh my god, probably my favorite announcement.
No More Heroes.
No More Heroes 3.
I fucking lost my shit.
It. Oh my god.
Like I saw it, I'm like, oh, a Suda game, and then he's fucking spoken. I'm like, it's Travis!
I was like,
it's fucking Travis!
So I'm like, why does he look like fucking Joker a little bit, but like grown up, like aged up? Like he's wearing like the similar outfit. He's got like the red buttons, the white turtleneck, and like everything.
I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, a new Suda game. Is this another Killer 7? He's like, is this the 4th of July? I'm like, fucking Travis!
And then, oh my god! And he flies up to the pyramid. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's a quick time events. I'm like, wait, what is
that? Was always in those games.
I know. I was like, okay, yeah.
That wasn't like actual gameplay though, which sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't. But I was like, okay.
As long as we got confirmation, I'm fine.
I was like, are they doing something with Travis Strikes Back? And then all of a sudden he's just like, I'm a passing assassin. It goes through the thing. I'm like, oh, no fucking way. And boom, title card. No More Heroes 3. Absolutely ape shit. Absolutely ape shit. I am so excited. I'm so glad. Because Travis Strikes Back wasn't even a good game.
Yes,
like
it was.
I heard from a lot of people it wasn't great.
It wasn't great, but it was a good game.
It was alright.
It gets really tedious, but like it's a good game.
Okay.
It's worthy of a pickup.
I like what they're doing with Luigi's Mansion 3.
I
think
do
the multiplayer potential will be there. It's still a boring like gameplay concept for the most part.
The ghosts are unimagined.
Yeah, and they're not. Yeah. So that one I'm not like super big on. But then I think we touched briefly again also on the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
I'm really hyped for that game.
I am very hyped.
I do like the mobile Zelda games are my favorite of the 2D Zelda games.
Yep, I agree with that. I think that a lot. Oh, also briefly, you wanna briefly discuss the travesty that is Shenmue 3?
I've never liked Shenmue. It looks.
I never liked Shenmue either.
Very boring to me.
And that one, like, they did so much with like, oh god, they did so much. Well, not so much, so very little with the 6.3 million they got from Kickstarter, and that game looks like it has like no budget. Like the voice actors suck, everything just sucks about it, and I'm just like, wow, where is that money going? And then there's also they're bringing back like the 2000s Destroy All Humans remake.
I've never played.
I've never played it either, but I have played the Battle for Bikini Bottom game that THQ Nordic is remaking.
But I'm really excited for both these games. THQ Nordic is a really good development and publishing team.
Yes. And, Royal, we got some exclusive stuff from. I was really hype about Catherine Fullbody having Joker in it, and they're showing off, like, this new multiplayer component that's, like, competitive, like, the puzzle solving on the blocks. I was really hyped.
That was in the first game.
They had I don't remember. I never played the multiplayer. Oh, how could I forget? Elden fucking Ring. Although I forgot it because they didn't show anything really. But I am very hyped for Elden Ring. I thought that. Oh my god. It just. Alright. I love R.R. Martin's books. And I think he's a really good writer, and I think pairing that with, like, some of the best developers for action games, FromSoft and Miyazaki, like, putting that together, because the weakest parts of their games is always the story.
Yeah.
So when you have someone that their entire strength is their storytelling, you're combining that's like, you're covering each other's strengths and weaknesses perfectly.
More developers need to pick up more writers, like book writers.
Yes, I agree. But oh my god, I am so excited for Elden Ring. Yeah, I am so excited for Elden Ring. And Borderlands 3 looks like Borderlands.
I'm gonna get it. Launch.
Yeah.
Because maybe I need to save my money for Comic-Con, so definitely not at launch.
Yeah, that's the problem. Would you know when is it coming
out? September 20th, I believe.
Okay. Because you know how Borderlands gets me? It's because I fucking like Lilith. I'm just like, yeah, alright, fine, you got me. You fucking bitches. But, Halo Infinite, the trailer looked. They didn't show any gameplay.
They didn't show any gameplay.
And the trailer, I didn't like the trailer's direction.
I was fine with it.
I liked the smear, and they showed Chief flying in space. I thought that was cool. But focusing on like this guy and his family, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
You're gonna give a fuck once the game comes out. I'm betting on it.
I don't like that they're going for that, because that's not what. And they're making just Master Chief just speak to him like nonchalantly and shit. I don't like this direction. I like the OG Halo direction where it was this strong and silent protagonist and nothing of the sort going on where it's like, it wasn't. I like the way they just kind of did this non-invasive storytelling that didn't try to be like some actual Hollywood type script writing, feel this emotion.
Yeah,
but you still felt the emotion in 2 and 3 because of all the stuff going on. But it was show not tell. It wasn't dialogue. It was just stuff happening and the characters around you and like Cortana and everything. It was emotional, but it was also conveyed through the fucking music.
Yes,
Warthog Run is a phenomenal piece of music, and that's timeless, and we're not gonna get that if it's taking this direction, and I'm not excited for it. I'm skeptical, but I'm still gonna get probably the console. It just looks really good. Psychonauts 2, I don't think we really talked about.
Fuck Psychonauts 2.
Yeah.
I'll say. What is there to talk about? Like, the models look like they were designed on a PS2. To make a PS2 game.
Yeah.
The graphics are good, but the models look like they were designed for a PS2 game.
Yeah. Also, what do you think about that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game?
I haven't seen any gameplay. I know the gameplay was shown. I haven't seen any gameplay. I'm waiting until I actually see it.
I mean, we're not really seeing how it's working. It actually just kind of looks like Budokai games from what we saw so far.
I know it's honestly like an action RPG, but
yeah, I'm kind of interested. And then Stadia announcing Baldur's Gate 3, meaning now nobody cares about it.
I care about Stadia.
I
think it's a cool direction.
I think it's not going to work. And the upload speeds you need to maintain it.
I have it.
I don't.
I have the highest internet package from Verizon.
I do not have it, so I'm just like, nah.
It's a bit much for 130.
It is, yeah, way too much.
But in 2020, you can just get the controller to run on your PC with. But if you want like a home console, it's going to be 130. It's going to be 130 big ones.
And I am really hype about, personally, the Warframe Empyrean expansion. And that's one reason alone. It's the ship combat that they were calling Railjack last time. And I need it. I love it. I need it so bad.
I can't get into Warframe.
I've been into it for years, so I can just pick it up and put it down whenever I want. Honestly, that's how I've been playing it. But yeah, and then anything we really missed?
I think that's pretty much it.
I think we got the majority of stuff this E3. There was a lot shown, definitely a lot, but I think we got to all the really pertinent stuff. So I think that is all for our recap.
Thank you for watching, listening, more like listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Sorry we're late.
Yeah, sorry we're late.
E3 is always like a good 3-week discussion period.
Yep. So we put our words in edgewise, and now we are off to produce more content and possibly start some new projects in the near future.
Yes.
So thank you very much for listening all the way to the end, and this has been the E3 recap episode of Skroobcast.